Half frog, what we're going to do is we want to begin by making a figure 4 or a backwards figure 4 on this side. But we want to start by making a figure 4. I'm also going to get myself out of the way in preparation to drive the knee up and out to the side. Getting the foot across the other side also gets this hip to lift a little bit, and that's going to give us the space that we need to get the knee up and around. One hand at the foot, one hand at the knee. From this figure 4 position, we drive the knee and the foot, and we go up further than 90 degrees, okay? And then we come back to 90 degrees. So overshoot it a little bit, and then come back to 90 degrees. If at any point the knee's sort of off to the side of the mat, you could build up the side of the mat with a blanket, but Fiendy is nicely contained on the side of the mat here. And
Fiendy's never contained.
Fiendy's never contained, except for right now.
Yeah.
And then we've got a couple of areas accessible to us here. We've got the fibularis muscles or the peroneus muscles, and we're going to have a little go at them first. So come right on top of, just superficial to the fibula, and we're going to be sinking in, providing a nice little bit of pressure to the fibula and to the fibularis muscles. You can also add in both hands for that, depending on your person. I like to start here with the fibularis muscles because it lets them sort of settle into the half frog shape, which can be, for some people, the shape itself can be quite intense. So if we give them a moment to settle in, give those adductors and gracilis a couple of minutes to get accustomed to being here, then the next thing that we do will be a bit more comfortable. How's that there? Pressure?
Yeah, no, it's nice pressure, but there's definitely something happening there.
Yeah, so this was with your knee stuff. This is an area that I want to check out.
Wow.
So we're doing some checking as we go here. It's good info to be accumulating.
Yeah.
When we apply pressure here to the fibula and the fibularis muscles, we do actually get a little bit of a joint mobilization at the fibula head, which can be really good. Sometimes people have a little bit of a displacement, if you will, of the fibula head, and so a little mobilization can sometimes be really helpful. Yeah? What you can also do, if you want to get a little bit more pointed with your pressure, you can go with your palm over thumb technique. So get the thumb where you want it to be, so it's a small surface area of contact, and then apply weight with the other hand on top. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
These fibularis muscles tend to be considered some of the unstretchables of the body. So they do tend to accumulate a little bit of extra stuff, even though we don't tend to do much manual work on them. So it doesn't surprise me that there are a few things floating around here. So this is our half frog, or at least one of the variations of the half frog. The next piece that I'll add on here that you can explore is a little bit of a glute press. So warrior over the half frog leg, and I would suggest 2 soft fists together for this one. You could place a blanket over the glutes if you'd like, but it's not necessary for most people. And then applying direct pressure, it's going to do a couple of things. You're not just sinking into the glute muscles here. You'll get some nice sensation from that, but you're also adding in
adductors.
Stretching the adductors. Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, as I think we can gather from this instance, sometimes the adductor stretch is the limiting factor, which means that it might feel like you can sink in more to the glutes with the resistance that you feel directly underneath your touch. And though sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes the stretch might be absolutely sufficient. And so you sort of have to get used to detecting both the local resistance and the resistance of the limb with your pressure. You can do that a few times with your soft fists. You all right there?
Mm-hmm.
Really great for anyone looking to focus a little bit more on some flexibility training. This is going to help to facilitate a little bit more range for a period of time. And you could do more touches here. For now, I'm going to do 3 touches for the demo.
And come back to it later.
And come back to it later. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, no.
Might be, maybe not. Give that a sweep. To come out, all you're going to do is drag the foot nice and slowly all the way back to that figure 4 and actually further across. So drag it across, overshoot it, and then roll back. That will mean that you end up in a more original position with that internal rotation so that the toes are